Without a foundation of the mode of goodness, which means all respectability for all beings. Without this foundation, nothing else can transpire. So this mode of goodness is within our grasp. The mode of goodness is embodied in one verse, which says, Trinadapi sunichena, taro api suhishana, amanina manadena, kirtanya sadahari. This Trinadapish, to be more humble than a blade of grass, means that I am not looking to indulge my senses in sense gratification. This brings to a place of truthfulness. Actually, if I become really honest, I'm not trying to exploit this world. I become really a truthful person, an honest person in my dealings with everybody. I'm not trying to get something from somebody. I have no ulterior motives. This is actually this Satyam, it's called. This is one of the pillars of religion. So we can embrace that easily. That's not so difficult to actually make a decision to always be truthful in this life, to not lie anymore, to not try and exploit Krishna's energy. So that's the first pillar. The second is Tarorapi Suhishana, that to be more tolerant than a tree. This will inspire compassion within the heart of the jiva. Like a tree is so compassionate, it gives shelter to anybody. If someone comes to chop it down, it will even give them shelter. It gives its fruits, it gives its wood, it gives its shade, it gives everything. It doesn't ask for anything in return. It doesn't cry if there's no water. It still endures all of this various, natural sufferings that it will go through without any sort of complaint. So this gives an idea of compassion. And if we have this idea of compassion, then this brings us to a place called ahimsa, which is non-violence. That means I will never kill another creature to try and live. We kill cauliflowers and cabbages. They are also living entities. It's described a living entity has 6 different qualities. It's born, it lives for some time, it reproduces, it dwindles, it grows old, and it dies. All spirit souls go through those 6 processes. So a cabbage also does. So a tree does. But if we offer that cabbage to God, we make the existence of that cabbage perfect. That cabbage will take a higher birth next time around. So this is the second quality that is not so difficult to embrace. Non-violence. Don't drink blood and suck on flesh. This is what most religionists are doing. Can you imagine the beautiful Jesus Christ we see sometimes with a lamb on his shoulder or carrying a lamb, with that lamb all gutted and blood everywhere ready to be eaten? Would that really invoke some sort of sweetness in the heart or beauty in any, devout Christian? But that's what they do. They happily kill and abuse each other. More people have died in the name of Christianity practically than any other religion in existence, and Islam also. So this non-violence is a practical, tangible, tool that I can easily get. Then the third is amanina. Amanina means that I am not looking for my own respect. Amanina manadena, and I'm looking to respect everybody else. And this will give us the quality of cleanliness ultimately. Because if I'm respecting myself, but I'm not looking for my own self-respect from other people, but I'm looking to acknowledge them. This is like, again, a non-violent way of communication with people. And this is very, very important, that you're not trying to exploit the other person. It's like in sexuality, for example. That act alone is what practically makes the world spin around materially. Everyone is looking for that sexual pleasure, subtly or grossly. But that is an exploitation of each other. One is enjoying the other. But when one can actually give to the other, like a mother gives to a child, this is the stage that the devotee is trying to reach, a stage of giving, all giving. And it's an evolution of consciousness, even just to desire that. It's not easy, just to because we're turning the whole focus around from me to God. It's about God. It is His world. And whatever He chooses to do in the world, I am not the center of creation. I am not, the center of the universe. The Lord is. This is the great difference between these lifestyles. But this practical way that I've said to you can engender or inspire the mode of goodness, to follow the mode of goodness, to follow these 4 principles of religion. And no meat eating is absolutely essential. You cannot understand anything pure if you're not living a pure lifestyle. Words are useless. Who just wants to have the words? We want a living, real spiritual experience. Everyone wants that real experience. So that begins by our way of life in the practical field. We embrace a truthful life. We embrace a non-violent life. We abstain from sense gratification. We become tolerant of those around us. These are material qualities in themselves, but they can be purified to become spiritual qualities. Actually, this quality of humility is the current that flows through all of these topics. Without humility, you cannot understand any of these topics. The materialist is concerned with his own welfare. He's proud of his house, he's proud of his car, he's proud of his shoes, he's proud of his hairstyle, he's proud of his dog, he's proud of anything. This pride is just all pervasive in the material world. But the devotee is on the other side. He's looking to express humility. He's looking to imbibe humility, to not seek his own self-importance. And the more humble we are, then the more devotion we are eligible for. And that person who has the most humility has the most devotion, and that is Radha. Radha is the embodiment of humility, and she has the most devotion. And the atheist or the demon has the least devotion and the most pride.
When you speak about devotees, are we only to understand that they are within the realm of the Vaishnava reality and realm, or do we find devotion at that level you're talking about in other branches of beliefs?
Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur has said that everybody is a devotee. Some know it and some don't know it. We are all Vaishnavas. We are all devotees. Some have had the fortune to realize this truth, and others have not. That's all. Everyone is a devotee. We are all sons of nectar. We are all sons of God. Everyone in existence is a son of God. Jesus was a very good son of God, for example. And we are all sons of God. But according to our desire to serve God, then that much mercy will be reciprocated from God. So the Vaishnavas in particular are very dedicated to their service to God. So therefore they will endear the mercy of God more than the person who doesn't serve God. Just like a father may have 20 sons, 3 of them serve him very intimately. Naturally he will be more inclined to those sons than he is. He loves them all because they're his sons, but some he will be more inclined to because they are more inclined to him. It's always reciprocal.
Hanuman